Good morning. Today is Friday, the 23rd of May, 2025, and the time now is 7:54 a.m. in the morning. My name is the Bryanston Causeway, or Samson Cray, or Roughneck, or the Rugged Miller, or Egan, and I am a boxer, prize fighter, pugilist. You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. Have you heard that expression? You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. I find that fucking rude. That's a rude expression. It's rude. You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. You see, I don't want to diss them. I don't want to say nothing too harsh on them, but in this part of the world, like in Europe, these people, they're very privileged, innit? They're very privileged. They're privileged. They haven't always been that way. They haven't always been that. Over I'll say the last 50 to 100 years, they've been very privileged. They haven't had much, they haven't had much, what's the word? They haven't had much struggles. I'm saying the last 50 to 100 years, they haven't had much struggles. So they're they're saying a lot of positive statements that they would normally say. I said the last 50 to 100 years, they've been very privileged. They're very confident. And they're saying things now, like, I mean, things won't change. Yeah. Very confident. You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your fucking prince. And they're telling the Mexican girls, the Mexican girls hear that. So what they think the Mexican girls are thinking now, Mexican girls are my women, yeah, my women, my culture, my race. So what they're thinking now is, oh, the Rugged Miller, I like him. He's a good boxer. He's a good, but he's not my type. Because in our culture, back in backyard in Jamaica and St. Lucia, we don't really have that kind of flex, that kind of mentality. We don't really go for that, really. I'll tell you the truth. You might not know, but I'll tell you how if you don't know. That's not really our flex. We don't really think that way. No, I don't think that way now. Yeah, we're romantic, but we don't. We got a different kind of ism to Europeans. Our thinking is different. Yeah, to how they think. Because we're more what's the word? Um, we're more basic. I mean, functional, not realistic, but the nuts and bolts of life. I mean, that's the main thing. The nuts and fucking bolts. Uh-huh. Ain't about kissing fucking frogs and finding your prince. You understand? Because they talk about ugly and pretty and beautiful and ugly and pretty and beautiful and good looking. That is all like that's like in an art gallery, art gallery. You know, you walk in the art gallery, you say, "Yeah, I like that painting." And then we walking there, innit? We're looking for what we like. We don't really see the subject. You've noticed that when you go into the art gallery, you're not really looking at the theme of the thing. You're not really thinking like evaluating the theme and the essence and the aura and the meaning of it and the literal sense of what the art. You know, like what the artist is trying to express. We never stand there thinking, what is the artist trying to express? Because he's expressing something that he might be feeling a certain way. A lot of them are feeling a way, the artists. At that moment, when they're done that painting, they're going for a certain feeling. We never think that, in the art gallery. We just think, oh, we like that's pretty. We like that one. That one's lovely, pretty. Got nice colours. That's what we think. But that's what I think anyway. No, that's not what I think. But most of the time when I go, I'm looking for what really is appealing in terms of beauty, not really what the art is. Because art is about what the art. Did you know art is about what the artist is feeling? Yeah, that's what it's really not. That's what it's about. But there's an element of that in art. It's what the artist is going through, what he's trying to express. He's emotional expressions in the brushstrokes of what he's produced. There's an element of that as well in art. Anyway, so yeah, so now anyway, so you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your fucking prince. I think it's these little white boys. That's their saying.